and welcome back. So today what I want to do is show you something that I've learned with DaVinci Resolve. Still quite new to this, and as I'm learning things I want to share them to make it easier for other people to learn it. So what I want to do is turn this landscape footage into portrait that I can use in portrait social media, things like Instagram and any other TikTok that are out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this into from landscape to portrait. So we're going to jump into it straight away. So at the moment, I've loaded up the video that I'm going to use. This is some footage I got from the avatar. If you want to go and view this footage that I put together, then go on my channel. You'll see it on the YouTube channel. So we'll get rid of this intro bit here on the left. So I'm going to press inspector because we're going to be using that today. So it's going to be nice and simple, straightforward, hopefully. So what we're going to do is we've now got the inspector up on your right hand side, and we've got the main footage that we want to use to make it all nice. So press on the footage that you want to duplicate and copy. So Control and C. Move your timeline across to where it's blank, and then Control and V. You've now got two exactly the same copies. As you can see, I've only got one timeline there, but as you drag it up, it creates another timeline. So you've now got two video feeds, and as you can see, they're exactly the same. So a couple of things to remember, nice and simple. So number one is the video feed that's in the background, and number two is your foreground footage, the main footage you want to showcase. So we want to showcase that bit of footage that people will see, and it will be the best quality of the footage it can be. So what we're going to do is we're going to change that now. So we're going to make sure that this is changed into portrait now, and to do that is you want to press on the footage timeline, which is right hand in the left hand corner here where your master is. Right hand button, you got your timelines, press on there, and then timeline settings. In there you've got use project settings. Press on that. That takes that off, so you're not using your master. You can now create what you want within this timeline. So we're going to use vertical resolution, so that now will change it to portrait is what you want, and then when you press OK, now we'll change it. So now we've got a portrait, but you can't see all the footage, and we don't want that. So what we want to do is change the footage so it looks all nice. So press on the top one. Remember, it's the top footage what you want to change, not the bottom one. And then in the left hand corner here, you can see transform. When you press on that, you'll see a box appear around your footage. That's the actual size of the footage that you're going to be wanting to change. Now it's important that you press on the arrow down button and make sure you're on transform and not crop, because crop will take a piece of the footage wherever it is within the frame rate, and it will reduce down the quality when you zoom in or zoom out. So what we want to make sure is transform, so that will squeeze the footage down. So now you want to press one of the circles in any of the corners and then move that in, and you can see the footage is now changing. So it's kept the resolution of the footage and it's squeezing it in. So we kind of want it perfect, kind of like that. If you move it around and then, oh god, I've made a mistake, you can press Control and Z or go to edit and then press undo, which has got the same short keys on the right hand side, and it'll put it back to where it originally was, as long as you've not took your finger off and done it several times, and then you're gonna have to go back a couple of times. So now we've got the basis of what we want. You can move that up and down, whichever you want. So now we've got that. So remember, this is the main one, which is video 2. That's your main footage. You don't want to change that really. You want to keep that as it is and change the color grading with your LUTs and so forth. We can do that quickly at the end. I'll show you that. Nice and simple. So we're going to press on video 1, which is the background video, and now what we want to do is impress on inspector. If you've not already got it, remember, or if you've got something else, quick export or mixer, if something else is loaded in at the top there, or you've not even got it pressed on at all and you've got 2 videos, just press on inspector, it will come up, and then what you want to do is go down and then you want to look at composite and then opacity that's inside there. And then what we want to do is, again, make sure you're pressing on video 1. It sounds stupid, but when you've made the change, you're like, God, I made a mistake, I need to go back. So anyway, move that down to about 50%, and you can now see the footage is now gone down in color. It's changed. So now the video 2 feed is now forefront, and that's what you want. So you kind of want to get how you want it, not too dark, not too bright, but you want it just right, so it's like in the background. So it's still there, but not not in your face. So when you're looking at it in portrait, your eyes are going to be drawn to the middle, not the outer, and that's what we want. And that's literally it. Try to make it as quick as possible, but that's literally as simple as that. And then you can export it to wherever you want. Like I said earlier, change color, go to color, and make sure you're pressed on the one at the top. So as you can see, that's the portrait version. I've completely pressed on the wrong one there. Let's go back. So make sure you pressed on the one, so video 2 here. Sorry, my mistake, got a bit confused there. And you can see video 2, 1 and 2, 2 being video 2. And then you can change, these are custom, what I've picked up, but you can choose the color grade that fits your video. That kind of looks nice. So then when we look at that through the timeline, double click on it, make sure it adds it. Sometimes when you don't double click on it, it doesn't add it to the video, but as you can see, the number 2 is now got a color around the outside. That's to say it's color graded. So now, as you see, the colors have changed. Do not change, unless you want to, of course, video 1, because you don't really want to change the colors in that too much. You still want it to be in the background. But as you can see, that's come out pretty well. So hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you on the next one.